next, another city agency. It's heavily involved in our young people. Is DYCD, Department of Youth and Community Development, and we have Jessica, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Vides Hernandez. She'll tell me if I didn't. If she could join us, that would be great, and give a presentation on what this agency does. And just so you know, we'd like to also advise that a lot of our funding is handled through DYCD as a community organized group. So we appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thumbs up if you can hear me. So, awesome. So, good evening. My name is Jessica Vides Hernandez, or Vides Hernandez, if that's better. I am representing the Department of Youth and Community Development. Maybe many people know us as DYCD. My job today is to give information about just program opportunities all year round, but I know the concentration is summer. It's very important to make sure that young people and just all community members are engaged. And I want to make sure that I can just connect you to some of our programmings and share with you how to go about getting the information, so that way you or anyone in your family can actually participate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Just give me 1 minute. So here's my information, and I'll definitely share it before I finish. Um, Department of Youth and Community Development is a city agency responsible for contracting different community-based organizations, what we call CBOs. We fund these community-based organizations to allow us to make sure that we provide services to our community. We are responsible, and we want to make sure that these community-based organizations help alleviate the poverty in the different communities, right? That we live, and we are here to support families, young people, and their families. And so, through after-school programs, through any programming that can develop communities, family support, literacy, workforce development, you name it, that's the type of programming that we fund. Our vision is to make sure that we can improve the quality of life for New Yorkers. And so by partnering and collaborating with these community-based organizations and even just community leaders, we have the opportunity to develop just everyone in our community. Some of our services that you may be familiar with have to do with different programming for young people, whether it's summer youth employment. Many of you know us as the SYEP organization. We are responsible in making sure that applications go out, opportunities for young people to apply, ages 14 to over 21, to be able to apply for summer employment through different varieties. And so many of you may have young people that have applied and right now are being called in through a lottery system and being placed at a particular location in New York City to work this summer. Other programming that we're familiar with is after-school programming. So you may know the Beacon program, which are community centers located in DOE or New York City public school buildings now, or Compass programs, which are other after-school programs that run between 3 and 6 in the public school system, and also the Cornerstone programs that you may be familiar with, that actually in the area of Astoria, we have a couple of them, such as the Astoria NYCHA housing development. They have a community center, Cornerstone. Also Ravenswood has one, and Woodside, which I believe is nearby you as well. So we do have a couple of programming. So I want to just make sure that you know that our after-school programming, although I know summer time is coming, but most of our after school programming transfers over to summer camp programming in the summer. And so, right now, in collaboration with the New York City Public School, DYCD works with summarizing programmings. And maybe many of you have probably been applying or have applied for these particular programming to make sure that young people can actually have instructional services through New York City Public Schools in the daytime. And then after 12 o'clock, they then get switched over to some type of summer camp programming through some of the community based organizations that we fund. As to our cornerstone programs, and those are the community centers, they normally run programming between 8 and 6 o'clock to offer summer camp services to the community, not only NYCHA development members or family members, but also open to the community, as well as offering services after 6 o'clock to teen and community programming. The beauty about the cornerstone programs is that they're open from July all the way to the end of August, and they actually services, they're open 7 days a week. So summer camp programming between 8 and 6, and then teen and community program until 11 o'clock at night, Monday through Friday. And then Saturday and Sundays, they're open from 3 to 11 o'clock at night. I want to share very important information that many people don't know about. And the more that we share it, the more we get recognized, and people are trying to get more information on. And so DYCD also funds runaway homeless youth services. And so there are several shelters throughout New York City that is able to offer services to young individuals. Although we don't necessarily have some of these centers up, and you may not find them per address, but what we do have is a community-based organizations that you can contact to get more information. And most importantly, what we share with you today, and if you have a chance to go into the QR code, you can actually scan it, and you can see some of the services with the runaway homeless youth services. But we have drop-in centers, and these drop-in centers open their doors to individuals to come in, to get food, to get clothing, and just to get overall services. And just sometimes what they need is just someone to speak to and to figure out like what are those next steps. And that's what we're here for. So if you have a chance, take a look at it. And if anything, I'll definitely share the information for you to have. Many of you may also know through the neighborhood advisory boards, our leaders in our community, they have an opportunity to be part of different councils, and our neighborhood advisory boards are definitely a way to activate and to advocate for your community. So if you're a big advocate of Astoria, and you're pushing for funding, or you're looking for needs in the community, and you want to make sure agencies are looking to invest in your community, this is a great opportunity for you to be part of the neighborhood advisory board, because you have an opportunity to really work on trying to figure out and advocate on funding for your neighborhood. Community Connect. So many organizations or many community leaders or just overall community-based organizations, they have different events that are taking place, especially in the summer. And so as you engage with the community, we want to be there as well. So if you actually give us a call, and that's the 1-800-246-4646 number, or if you go to our website, which I'm going to share shortly the links. So I'm going to ask somebody to please share the links. You can actually go into our website, and you can request whether it's a table setup or a presentation similar to this, to make sure that your community, your families, and just overall just members to understand like that DYC is here. We're here to provide services. We're here to connect. And if there's anything that we can do, whether it's we have information for you or we can connect you to a partner, that's what we want to do to make sure that we have vibrant communities. So I want to share with you this, if you can, to scan the QR code. I want to make sure that you know about Discover DYCD. Discover DYCD is the actual website that you can actually go in if you're looking for services, because we fund so many different types of services. If you have, you're looking for a fatherhood program for young men to just be engaged and in a community of other young men to be supportive as they are parents and they're moving forward. We have fatherhood programs that you can connect with. If you're looking for a literacy program, there's literacy programs that you can connect. So we have a variety of community programmings throughout New York City and in your community. So in order to do that, what we recommend is to go to the Discover DYCD, because through Discover DYCD, you would be able to do some research. And just giving you a look of what the website looks like, right? It lists all the different types of like buckets of programming that we have. You can definitely create a profile so you can go in there and you can get some information. And what I'm showing you right now is different ways that you can actually look. So for resources. So one side you'll see it'll say like the zip code. I think it's 1103. And right away, what it does, it pulls up different programmings in your area, or you can just look for the Astoria neighborhood, as you see on your right side, and it'll pull up information as well. So Discover DYCD is definitely a way to do some research, so you know exactly what programs are around, whether it's Astoria or any program that you're looking for in any part of New York City or the five boroughs. And also, I just want to make sure you know that if you see in red, if you can see the slide, it actually tells you if an organization that we fund is looking to hire someone. We definitely encourage our community-based organizations that we fund to hire within the community, because hiring within the community, it just helps the community, and it also engages just members to just engage with other families, for them to be able to know that you feel comfortable that there's someone from the neighborhood there and that knows what's going on. This is a map of Astoria and some of the programmings that you see that we fund. Those are different ways that you can actually see where our programs are. And last but not least, I want to share with you Saturday Night Lights. This is an actual programming that has been in existence for some time, but it has grown since the last year greatly. And so Saturday Night Lights is actually a year-round programming. But what we want to stress is the fact that on Saturdays, after 5 o'clock, a lot of locations are open just to engage young people in recreational activities and instructional play. So if you're looking for a place and you want to engage young people, or you just want to connect with a CBO to see what they're doing and maybe work, with a group of young people that you have, I definitely suggest that you can connect. If you go to Discover DYCD, it'll take you from there. And if you have any questions or anything, I could definitely leave my information, so then that way you can just email me and we'll make it happen. So here are some our advertisement about DYCD. You see Saturday Night Lights, summer youth employment. If you know anyone at this time who is an alumni of SYEP, we are celebrating our anniversary, and we want to make sure that we can acknowledge and recognize that through the hard work and different types of resources we've invested in our community, that you can see young people become adults and now move forward. And so we look forward to definitely working with you. And overall, there's different other types of events. Just check out our website, and we hope to see you soon.
Very much.
Thank you so much.
You're providing a key. This is the main thing. I want everybody to know that, number one, these presentations will be viewable after we've had the live presentation. They'll be available both on YouTube and Facebook. So if you want to refer back to something and you didn't get it now, it's very easy to re-listen to this. So keep that in mind. We did get one question in the chat. People were wondering whether there was any difference in eligibility for students that going to a charter school versus a regular New York City public school, DOE. Is there any difference in eligibility for the program?
So for Summer Rising, if I'm not mistaken, is definitely through the New York City public school system, and through the parent coordinator, they actually can actually get guidance on those steps. As to the charter schools, I know I don't know if that's actually part of Summer Rising, to be honest with you, but I do know that we do have other summer camp programming that we can inquire about and connect folks to if eligibilities, well, if there's any available space. There are many different community-based organizations, whether DYCD is funding them or they are being funded by other city agencies like parks that are available, and it's just a matter of just making sure that we can provide that information. So if anybody is looking, I ask that they just try to connect with DYCD, and if we are unable to have any room for whatever reason at a certain location, then we can always make those connections with other folks to try to make sure that we can inquire about those resources.
Great. Well, again, like I said, this is the key, people to do their research and then find all the amenities and all the programs that they need in their particular situation. So that's the basis of this meeting. Again, I want to tell everybody that they can go back and view this after the fact if they want to go back to check anything out. To thank you so much for presenting. And again, it's been great to work with DYCD over the last, well, I think 8-9 years. And we look forward to it continuing. So again, thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. And good luck, everyone, and have fun this summer.
Hope so.